The Jake Gardiner angle here.
See, this has been
This is interesting.
ruminating in the. I've heard this a few different times.
What his connection is to the Marner negotiation
Well,
necessarily?
just that, like the confusion about why he didn't sign, and you're like, hey, too much money, too much term, bad back, or he doesn't want to play in, or he only wants to play in specific markets. And I've heard a couple whispers of people suggesting he liked it here so much. Now, given what's happened, or maybe he didn't get the 7x7 contract somewhere, if he's going to take a 3-year deal for less than market value,
take it here.
He'd prefer it here.
Do you think he would do a 1-year deal to try to boost his value again? I mean, that's a big gamble for any athlete to do that. This was always his payday. I mean, he's had this date circled for a long time.
It's a great question.
I don't know if
I would not be able to do it. I'm not as good as he was. He's made more money.
Yeah.
But if you have 3 years, $5 million somewhere, that's probably a conservative. Someone's going to give him $5 million a year, no?
Dude, as much
he
as
deserves more than that. But I'm saying, like, at this
does.
point in the summer,
someone's got to be calling him, though. I know the league gives off this impression that as of mid-July, they all disappear for a month and a half.
Yeah.
There's no way, if you're talking about a guy like Jake Gardiner, who's a legitimate player in the league.
Good player.
Good player. Yes, polarizing in this market, but if you simply look at how he plays and what he brings to your team, he's a top 6 on every team in the league, clearly. He's a top 4 on, I would say, maybe every team in the league, or real close to it.
I was going to say 25.
Yeah, 25 teams.
Yeah.
And he's a top 2 or 3 on probably 10 to 12 teams in the league. So you can't convince me that every GM in the league has just said, I'll call you in a month and a half if you're still available. Why would you not be calling his agent daily saying, hey, what's up here? We got money.
Yeah.
We got opportunity. So it's one of two things for me. Either the back is a real issue.
Yeah.
But I got to believe by now it would have come out. Someone would have had that. Someone tapped in the media or tapped into his circle would have leaked it that this guy's in real trouble here. And then, because if it's a real problem, you're talking like career-threatening injury. It's not just, he might need some load management next year, which we can fight through.
Or it's, I need a surgery. And then you go have it.
Right. But what are you waiting for?
Right. Get on top of that.
The back, I'm not convinced it's the back. I lean more towards it being he wants to play in a specific place.
Yeah.
And everything we've heard is Jake Gardiner, as much as it can be difficult for me to believe, he's getting booed at home at times. Again, he's the most polarizing player on the team, and it's not even remotely close. Doesn't matter, man. He shuts it out. He shuts it out. And his family lives in Minnesota. He doesn't have to deal with, his mom driving around and listening to yahoos like me and wondering what's going on. So he loves it here.
Yeah.
And everything I've heard, and I'm sure you've heard the same thing, is he is beloved in that room.
Yeah,
they
definitely
love Jake Gardiner in that room. They love him.
Pains them to see what's happened to him at times.
Right. So they want him back. Not that it matters. The players don't get to make that decision.
No, and they're not taking pay cuts to bring him back.
Not happening.
But if they could have him back in some capacity.
Right.
Now, you'd have to get creative if you're Toronto. Now, you have some...
Very creative.
You have a whole bunch of guys you could send down, carry 21 guys.
But it does come back to Marner, right? Like if Marner is still, at some point it comes up, okay, you know what, I will do an 8-year deal, then you are looking at, I think, $10.5, $11 million a year, and then I don't see how Gardiner fits in. If Marner is a 2 or 3 year bridge at $8 million, $7.5, or whatever it might be, I don't know what that number will be. Maybe it's a different story.
Watch for Gardiner. It's an interesting.
Something's going on here.
Percolation.
Because this is not, like a grizzled vet like Joe Thornton.
He's 28 years old, whatever he is,
prime.
right? I mean,
and it's a position of need for every team in the league.
You don't think Montreal would be so much better? They have $5 million in cap space.
Yeah, it is.
To give Jake Gardiner $5 million for 3 years? Like, it is a no-brainer. Like, you sink Dale Weiss to the minors and his 2.25.
Yeah. See you later.
It's Jordan Wheel, you and your 1.6, you're also down. Like, it's a no-brainer. I could pick a half dozen teams in a heartbeat that could afford them and need them badly.
Yeah. Why hasn't you got to believe they've offered the deals. You have to believe.
I wouldn't be able to find a reason why they wouldn't.
Right.
So the only other explanation is that they have.
What's the holdup with Jake Gardiner?
There's a holdup.